to share a journal entry that I wrote 2 years ago. I wrote the following: I stay to myself because I'm safe here, I'm at peace here, I'm healed here, and I'm closest to the Most High here. The more I've healed, the less available I am. The less access they have to me, the more safe I feel. When I was around, I was disregarded, disrespected, dismissed, belittled, and constantly antagonized. Now that I've chosen me and what's best for me, they say that I'm funny acting simply because I choose me. I choose safe environments where I don't feel anxious, defensive, or on trial to prove myself. I'm a free spirit and not a caged bird with clipped wings. I choose to be myself. I choose to feel safe to express myself without walking on glass or constantly being on guard of the unknown. It's exhausting and draining to my soul. I'm not downplaying or downgrading who I am to keep their insecurities intact. I'm no longer the scapegoat, the punching bag, or made to be a villain in their fictitious story. I dismiss myself and preserve myself by being less accessible to those that intentionally wanted to censor me and dim my glow. I wrote this journal entry 2 years ago, and it spoke volumes to me now that I'm reading it now, and I know why I chose to be less accessible to certain people and places and things. It's very peaceful. I'm not silencing myself. I'm not secluding myself. It is a form of peace for me. Don't allow yourself to be in spaces that are not welcoming to you, that you feel unsafe in, environments where you have to downplay or downgrade yourself. You should be in spaces where you are able to feel like you are yourself. So, my advice is just stay in places and environments that are welcoming to you and people and places that embrace you truly. I would like to add, do not downgrade yourself to fit in spaces that no longer interest you. The definition of downgrade is to reduce to a lower rank, grade, or level of importance. That is not a representation of you. The divine presence of you does not represent lower rank. Your luminous light, aura, and divine presence is vivid in dark spaces. That is why you are admired by several, and that is why toxic beings admire you yet hold contempt for you, purely for what you divinely carry. The mystery of you is captivating yet envied by those who cannot be you. They try to emulate you but failed in doing so. No one can duplicate you. No one can duplicate what the Most High created. When you are walking in your divineness, you don't have to fit into spaces that don't align with you. The spaces and anyone in it will conform and will align with you. Okay? So don't try to fit into spaces that you don't feel safe in again. Don't downgrade yourself. Nothing about you is of lower rank. That's what they want you to do. They want you to downgrade who you are because they envy what you carry. And I said this plenty of times, but it is very true. You will have outgrown those spaces and environments that you no longer feel safe in. Okay? I remember writing this journal entry at a time where toxic beings that were in my close surroundings, they were very toxic. They kept me around to abuse me emotionally, humble me, and devalue me. They showed love yet held contempt towards me, and it was confusing. They minimized my existence, relevance, and they tried to silence me several times. I couldn't fully be myself because it would trigger their insecurities. Anything that I would say would irritate them. I could give them compliments and it would irritate them. I was humble, kind hearted, and treated people how I wanted to be treated, yet it was not reciprocated. When I spoke, they would roll their eyes, interrupt me while I speak, laugh, or try to devalue my conversation. They wanted to control what I say by making me appear irrelevant. I eventually didn't want to be around anyone. I felt that my presence was triggering their insecurities, and I could not keep hurting myself by being around people that I could not be myself to spare their envious, wicked feelings towards me. I was intentionally targeted and they tried to dismantle me. The gaslighting from these people was egregious. If I discuss my traumatic grievances, I was told to see a therapist, or that I'm playing a victim, or that I want attention, and that everything was my fault. So, I had to spare myself from those spaces. That is not good for you. It's not good for you internally. Um, so that's why I say just stay clear of those people, stay in safe spaces, love who you are, don't downgrade who you are for anyone. Go to the Most High. If you don't have anyone, go to the Most High, discuss everything with Him. He loves you, He uplifts you, He's there for you no matter what. So if you do find yourself in spaces that don't align with you or anyone that you have in your corner, go to the Most High. I say this every time. That is your source, the main source, the only source. Okay? Thank you all for listening. You all have a good day.